Yo, I don't know if y'all could hear me, but I can't hear y'all, on my side. So I'm about to turn my laptop off. Then I'm about to come back. I don't know what the hell, what with stream y'all, YouTube or whatever, but I'm about to shut the laptop off. Then I'm about to bring it back up so I could hear, myself. My light moving so y'all can hear me, but I can't hear nothing coming back out of it on my own. So y'all give me a second. Y'all hold your boy down. 6 people in the building already. Y'all smash that like button, and we about to talk about it. Y'all help keep the likes. Yeah, I can't hear y'all though. I can't hear nothing though on my side. Like I don't hear no when I drop the flames or shit. I can't hear shit coming back from my side. So I gotta get out. Yeah, y'all heard me, but I can't hear nothing. But so I'm finna shut this junk down. I'm gonna come back on, and then we go get into it. Y'all help keep the lights with the views, man. Y'all jab that thumbs up for your boy. Yo, let me see if this shit working now. Let me see if this shit working now. Hold on real quick, man. Yeah, baby. There we go. Now we in the game. Now we in the game. Hold on. Let me make sure I can hear the flame. Let me see. Hell yeah. There we go, man. Now we twerking. Now we twerking. Now we twerking. Nigga, I know y'all can hear me. I couldn't hear y'all. Nigga, I know y'all can hear me. I couldn't hear shit on my end. YouTube be on that bullshit. All right, now we back, man. Now we back. My bad. Now we back. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this junk. Let me make sure. All right, greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this junk. When I left here, I had about 5 of y'all. Y'all niggas been dipped on me. Some of them a bitch. But anyway, I digress, right? We here for a good time and a long time. He said, so you see Jazz check me, bro. Hold on, I ain't even looked at the comments. I ain't even got back on. Still kind of multitasking. I ain't got back in that thing yet. But if y'all could smash that like button for your boy, whether you passing on through. We here with a little think conversation. You know what I mean? First of all, let me say what's up to the people that's in the building. Let me start this out the right way. What's good, boxing? Let me start this out the right way. Who done came through here? What's good, Jazz? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Beautiful. Glad you can make it. Drop the flames from the beautiful Jazz. Appreciate you sliding through. What's good, Ray? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, peeping. Y'all do as Ray said, and y'all smash that like button for your boy. Greatly appreciate you, Ray. Shout out my homegirl, Jessica. Jessica, I got to get you to slide through this junk so I could teach you how to put your picture up there. You know what I mean? Teach you how to drop. Well, you know how to drop a comment, right? You said, hey, but I want to, I want you to throw your picture up there so everybody could see just how gorgeous you is. I'm going to have to get you in here when I'm live. I'm gonna go find you in a second, bring you here so I could get you right. Shout out to my girl Jessica sliding through this thing. Let me drop the flames for the beautiful Jessica. Y'all ain't seen her yet, but trust me, she pretty. Appreciate you sliding through this thing. Just glad you, man. We got Jessica and we got Jasmine. We got all them J's in here. Appreciate y'all folks sliding through. What's good, Kurt? Appreciate you sliding through. Glad you can make it, Kurt. Shout out to my guy, Kurt Rain. One of my original Southern Tears. What's good, my guy, Kurt? Boxing and MMA. What's good, King? Glad you can make it, Pimp, as always. Glad you can make it, man, as always. How you doing today, my good brother? Goddamn D-Man. What's good, D-Man? He said, T-Bro. We hear you. Yeah, I couldn't hear y'all. She said it's not working. We don't you talking about D-Man? Yeah, get that nigga, Jazz. Get that nigga, Jasmine. Yeah. Get that nigga. Yup. Tell that nigga. Get that nigga. Yup. To hell with D-Man. To hell with D-Man. Tell him again, Jazz. But anyway, I digress. Appreciate y'all sliding through this thing. Dude, what's good, dude? Appreciate you sliding through. T-Dub-T in the building. Let me drop the flames the right way. What's good, dude? Appreciate you sliding through. A1 Hoop. What's good, A1? Appreciate you sliding through. Anthony Jones, what's good, Ant? Appreciate you sliding through. He said, what up, T? I love the fight as much as I hate it. And the funny part, Ant, I know exactly what you mean, King. What's good, Brody? Appreciate you sliding through. We about to chop it up, man. And it's a reason. It was a reason I got here, right? Like, I was led here. Like, this EP wasn't, just random out of nowhere. And it's deeper than y'all think, right? It ain't just what it looks like on the surface, right? On the surface, you see Earl, you see Jamel. You like, okay, good fighter versus good fighter. That'll be good, right? But it's really deeper than what it seems on the screen, right? And we go get into all that in just a sec. I'm trying to let a couple of more y'all, roll into this thing. Try to let a couple y'all roll on to this thing. We either gonna be here 48 minutes or we gonna be here an hour and 48 minutes, right? Something like that. So greatly appreciate you. Just kind of depends on how long it take me to get my point across, right? Y'all know I'm a little slow, so sometimes it takes me longer, sometimes I'm faster. But it's a reason I got here. It's a little more than just what meets the surface. What's good, Johnny Q? Appreciate you sliding through. Glad you could make it. My guy Johnny Q said we in here. Shout out my guy Johnny, as always, in the building. How you doing, my good brother? How you doing, my good brother? Hope all is well with everybody. Happy New Year's to all. You know what I mean? But I was brought here by something brought me here, right? It wasn't just a random EP. I was brought here. So I woke up this morning, right? I wake up every morning and I line up, my boxing conversations, right? Or I go through my notes, right? And I decide which boxing conversations that I'm gonna have today, right? So when I got to my notes today, right, it said fight breakdowns for the week, right? So I went to the fights for this week, and I got to looking at them. We got Speedy Rashida Ellis versus Villa. We got Jerome Booth Ennis versus Chugdejan, right? We got Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia, right? We got Boo Boo Andrade versus my guy Desmond Nicholson, right? And I was going through it. I was like, okay, so which fight breakdown I'm gonna do first? What's good, Ghost? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Ghost. Josh Sanders, what's good? TWT in the building. So you know what I mean? I was look, and my guy Ghost said so, right? I'm gonna leave this up here. I'm gonna leave this up here for a reason because it goes it goes along with what we're about to talk about right now, right? Okay, so I got 17 people in the building, y'all. Could y'all do me a favor, everybody in the building that ain't smashed the like button, if y'all could smash that like button, right? So Ghost just dropped, a couple of his predictions for the fights this weekend, right? So he got Speedy KO, Andrade KO, or UD. Don't care about the rest. So my guy Ghost, right, pretty much has the same sentiment as me, right? He got Speedy Rashida Ellis winning his fight, as do I, right? My brother Desmond Nicholson is taking on Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade. It's an uphill battle for my brother Desmond Nicholson, right? Vegas has him a big underdog to Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade, right? So most people feel like that Boo Boo Andrade is going to beat Desmond Nicholson. Most people feel like Speedy Rashida Ellis is going to beat Villa. Most people feel like Tank Davis is going to beat Hector Garcia, right? So I'm just looking at this card. I was like, man, these are some good fights, right? These are some big names. These some big fights. He said, I know Desmond, your guy, so I'll be respectful today. Shut the fuck up, go. These are some big name fights, right? These are some big name fighters, right? Big name fights, but their opponents, right, are guys who we at least, right, feel like they should be already, right? It's not necessarily, it almost feels like these fights this weekend are a foregone conclusion. And not to just harp on the fights this weekend, right? But this happens a lot in boxing, right? They kind of set up these fights, right? They set up these fights between these contenders, and it kind of already feels like, right, we know who's about to win sometimes before the people actually get in the ring, right? Another example I will use, and I greatly appreciate y'all sliding through. If y'all could help keep the likes up there with the views. I got 15 people in the building. I got 21 likes. Y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. Like Terrence Crawford just had a fight right December 10th against David Avenesian. He said, I never heard of the guy fighting Boo Boo, not gonna lie. That's my guy. That's my partner. I heard him. I know him. That's the same guy that ended Berlanga knockout streak. You know what, boxing? Shout out my guy, boxing. I got enough time today to help you figure out who that guy is. That's the same guy that ended Edgar Berlanga knockout streak. My guy, Desmond Nicholson. He's from the DC area. He's not a huge name in boxing, right? But he is a everyday TV fighter, right? He is a guy, who's been in the ring with the who's who, right? Andrade didn't necessarily. Now again, he's not a popular guy, right? Andrade didn't necessarily pick this fight. He didn't pick this fight expecting to lose, right? But he picked this fight expecting a good battle. But Andrade is still the favorite, right? And that's kind of what I'm saying. Like a lot of these guys, right? You know, fighting this weekend, we are not too familiar with, and we don't expect, you know, Andrade to lose. We don't expect Tank to lose. You ready to today? Can we start speaking on Bud? Anyone who moves like him? I don't know, Teddy. I don't know. I can't promise you that, man. I can't promise you that because I talk boxing, man. I talk boxing. I really can't promise you I can start speaking on him because when he start moving like a hoe or he start moving like foul, I'm gonna talk about it. You know what I mean? So I can't promise you that. I will say I won't give Errol Spence and Bud no play. You know what I mean? As far as that go. See, you just gave him some play. You just gave him some play, right? I kind of tied it. Now you see how we talking about him now? You see how we talking about him now? I just tied his fight in until fights being foregone conclusions. Like it's a lot in boxing. We get fights on where we kind of, we already know who's going to win, or we got a good idea, like who gonna win. Like kind of like the fights this weekend, like Bud versus David Avenesian. I find myself literally this morning, I found myself trying to do fight breakdowns, right? And I really couldn't do a fight breakdown because I felt like before I even did the breakdown, y'all was going to know the fighters that I was going to pick, right? And I ain't gonna lie, that left a sour taste in my mouth, right? Because I'm like, man, what's good, Shower? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Shower. Glad you can make it, Queen. Glad you can make it. Let me drop the flames one time for my girl, Shower. Teddy said, yeah, this whole card is set up for the A side to look good. Yeah, right, Teddy. So, so I'm about to do my fight breakdowns, and I realized, well, shit, we all pretty much, right, know who gonna win these fights. And that really got me to thinking. And my guy Teddy came here, he said something. He said for 2023, can we stop, talking about Bud, right, and fighters who move like Bud? Basically, what my guy Teddy is saying, right? Could we stop talking about pump fakers? Could we stop talking about ducks? Can we stop talking about hype jobs? Right? Can we stop talking about, sometimers? Can we stop talking about all the pump fakers? And what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna absolutely agree with my guy Teddy. Teddy, we are done talking about all pump fakers. We done talking about all cappers. We done talking about everybody who not giving us the biggest fights that we could make possible, right? We're not playing into the propaganda in 2023. In 2023, we want the best fights, right? We want intriguing fights. We want entertaining fights. I'm tired of watching fights where I feel like I already know fights. I can't even do fight breakdown and predictions on because everybody already know the winner at the end of the night. You get what I'm saying? So that kind of led me to this. And my guy Teddy kind of said it, right? He brought it up directly, indirectly, right? He brought it up, right? The Errol Spence and the Bud Crawford thing, right? It's getting a little overdrawn. It's getting a lot. It's a lot overblown. It's way overdrawn. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's being dragged out. But the beauty, and that is right. The beauty in this situation, it's 19 people in the building. Can I get everybody in the building to hit them thumbs up, whether y'all just sliding through or y'all here for a good time or a long time? If y'all can help keep the views with the likes, jab that thumbs up, whether you just passing through. Whether you just passing through or you posted, you dropping comments. Greatly appreciate you. So with me pretty much feeling like most of these fights, right, are foregone conclusions. They got me to thinking, man. In 2023, right, because we had a lot of good fights last year. Don't get me wrong. We had a bunch of good fights. We had Shakur getting a belt. We had Shakur getting unification. We had Devin getting undisputed. We had Clarissa Shields being crowned undisputed. We had Franchon Cruz being crowned undisputed, right? We had B-Vol being Canelo, right? We had a lot of big fights, a lot of unifications, a lot of undisputed. Cool Boy Step got a unification, right? Fo Figueroa. We had Inoue got undisputed, right? We had a lot of big fights last year, right? We had a lot of big fights last year, right? But boxing right now, we had a lot of good fights, right? We had a lot of good fights last year. That's what I meant, right? We had a lot of good fights last year. But boxing is missing that true big fight, right? Like the fight where we're not really sure whether side A is going to win, whether side B is going to win, right? Now, in our minds, right, Earl and Bud would satisfy that for us, right? Earl and Bud would satisfy that for us, a fight where, well, a lot of us, right, most of us, right, the fans, right, feel like, man, we don't know who will win. I know, yeah. Some people feel like Earl go win. Some people feel like Bud go win. It's balanced enough, right, within the sides. It's balanced enough within the fighters where it leaves us with a lot of suspense, which is why I think that fight, a lot of suspense. It leaves us, with a lot of suspense, which is why I think that fight has grown to what it has grown to. But we know Earl Spence, right? We know Earl Spence said at the beginning of the last year, early this year, he said it a few times, what's good, Boxing MMA? Shout out my guy, Boxing MMA, becoming a channel member. Shout out Boxing MMA, becoming a new member of the Southern T family. Appreciate you, man. Shout out my guy, Boxing MMA. Let me drop the flames one time for you. Appreciate you, pimping. You know what I mean? But he said, nah, T, fuck that. Push the fights with Getting Dave versus Plants 50-50. I love it. Yeah, facts. Your facts. I talked about that thing earlier. And what I'm doing right now, Tay this Earl got about one fight left at 147, right? If he can't fight Terrence Crawford, right, he may end up fighting the Keith Thurman, or he may end up fighting a Virgil Stenonis winner, to get one more cash fight on his resume. You know what I mean? But it's not looking like Bud Crawford is going to fight him, and it's looking like Earl Spence has it set in his mind that he's moving up to 154, right? He already said, he got a couple fights. He won't Bud. He probably got one fight, in between it if he can't get Bud, and then he moving up. And I heard Jermell Charlo say, hold on, let me pour me up a drink. Matter of fact, y'all can come with me while I pour me up a drink. And I heard Jermell Charlo say, right, in a recent interview that he could be at the 154-pound division for his whole career. That's what he said, right? And I'm just letting y'all, and this is me paying attention to shit, right, with my own eyes and my own ears. When Earl Spence was being interviewed for the Frank Martin fight, the Frank Martin weekend, right, somebody asked him about the 154-pound division, and he asked him about, you not being open in the fighting certain people, right? He asked him about Jermell and him moving up. Earl Spence said, man, I will fight anybody. I'm open to fighting anybody as long as, the bread is right. And that's not the first time that Earl Spence said that when they asked him about fighting Jermell Charlo, right? So I know we all want Earl Spence to move up and Jermell to move up and Jamal to move up, right? I know that's the thing. Shout out my guy, Big Dog Willie. That Con is on AJ team, teaching him how to box better. Appreciate you, Big Dog. Appreciate you. But so I've heard I've heard Earl Spence say, on many occasions that, he's not necessarily against it, right? I just heard Charlo say that, he might be at 154, for duration. And I say this, Earl Spence, Charlo seems to be, a little more hesitant when it comes to being asked about this fight than Earl Spence. You know what I mean? But let's really think about it for a second, right? If we can't get Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence for Undisputed at 147, right? Right now, Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence feels like the biggest fight in boxing, right? I wouldn't argue that it's not the biggest fight in boxing, right? Bud and Earl is the biggest fight, one of the biggest fights in boxing to this day, right? But let's really think about it. Why is that fight such a big deal? It's not because Terrence Crawford is such a big superstar or anything like that, right? Terrence Crawford is a superstar fighter. He's not, a superstar figure in boxing, though, right? His imagery is not one of a superstar. That fight is big because it's Errol Spence attached to it, and because it's for Undisputed. It's for all the marbles. We can talk our ass out. We can talk all day, right? Some people, right, try to tell you the belts don't matter. Floyd Mayweather said that, right, after he won all the belts. Leonard Ellerby say that because he part of Team Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather said it because he made pay-per-views, so he don't feel like he needs the money, right? But, again, pay attention to what I said. Floyd Mayweather said it's not about the belts after he won the belts. You know what I mean? He said it's not about the belts after he got the straps. But the reason this Earl Spence and Bud Crawford thing is as big as it is only for two reasons. One, because of Earl Spence, and everything Earl Spence does right now is kind of big. And two, because it's for Undisputed. And nothing gets bigger than Undisputed, right? So we in agreement, right, Johnny? Earl Spence and Bud Crawford is a huge fight. But guess what? Y'all want to know what an even bigger fight is? Y'all want to know what an even huger fight is than Earl Spence versus Bud? And now I'm only hitting at this because I just heard Jermell Charlo say that he could be at 154 for a minute. I've heard Earl Spence say on multiple times that he wouldn't be against, fighting Jermell Charlo. So I'm looking at it like this, man. If we can't get to Terrence Crawford, if we can't get the Spence versus Charlo bigger than Spence versus Crawford, and that's exactly what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? Like the fans, us as a whole, the fans, we deserve huge fights. Now, it's a shame that we can't get the Bud and Earl fight, but hear me out for a second. And I just use this fight as an example, right? Because I feel like this is the biggest fight. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily want to put Earl versus Charlo, right? But you get what I'm saying? I use this as a banner because boxing needs big fights. And we need big fights that matter. We need big fights that make sense. I'm tired of, right, which is what I was saying earlier. I woke up to do fight breakdown and predictions, then I realized that everybody already know who gonna win these fights. You know what I mean? Boxing needs more big fights. I feel like in these times, these days, right? Everybody like to be cute, right? Well, boxing the business, right? Boxing the business. I'm feeling like these days, boxing is becoming too much of a business. You can't box without the business, but boxing is becoming too much of a business for everybody. For everybody. It's like every fight that I'm seeing being put on, it's a foregone conclusion who the winner is. I know this guy. I know fighter A not gonna be fighter B. I disagree. This the big fights among boxing fans. Spence versus Crawford has the drama behind it. Like, bro, imagine the pressers, all this shit that's been talked. Cars finally getting pulled. Facts, Teddy. But that's my thing. That's not going to happen. Spence versus Crawford, bro. Honestly, bro, Spence versus Crawford doesn't have a bigger reach than Charlo versus Spence. The fan base. Hold on, wait. The fan base of a Bud Crawford, bro. The fan base of a Bud Crawford is about just as big as the fan base of a Jermell Charlo, right? Hear me out. The fan base of Terrence Crawford is about just as big as the fan base as Jermell Charlo. You put Jermell Charlo and Errol Spence in Texas, right? And we could use this fight. I wasn't necessarily talking about just this fight in particular, but I'm talking about fights of this magnitude. You get what I'm saying? I feel like the purpose of the build-up is to grab the casual, and I think Spence versus Crawford does that better than Spence versus Charlo. That's my only disagreement. I'm saying, Teddy, the casual fans, about just as many casual fans know who Bud Crawford is as they do Charlo. You know what I mean? The fight with Charlo and Earl, it pulls at heartstrings. You know what I mean? People gonna be interested to see that because it pulls at heartstrings, right? I chose them because one is undisputed, right? And the other one, you know what I mean, is unified at 147, and they right in the same division, and they got a chance where they very well possibly could, you know what I mean, get down. Like, it's a space there where that fight could happen. You know what I mean? He said putting them in Texas is different. No comparison. The fight going to sell out. Anyone who couldn't make it is going to buy the pay-per-view for sure. And that's what I'm getting at. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at, Teddy. Like, damn, that drink in. And not even Teddy necessarily that fight in particular, right? But fights of that magnitude, like boxing needs real fights. We need fights like In Your Way and Cool Boy. You know what I mean? We need fights like Prograis and Josh Taylor. You know what I mean? We need fights like Sabril Matias and Gary Antoine Russell. They don't always necessarily have to be like the level of a Jermell and Errol Spence, right? But I'm looking around too many times, and I'm looking around too much, and I'm knowing who's winning these fights before they even take place. And then you expect me as a boxing fan to sit around and pretend like I'm satisfied, to sit around and pretend like I didn't know that you was going to go in there and knock that dude out, to sit around and pretend like it wasn't a foregone conclusion that you probably was going to spark Buddy, that you probably was going to beat Buddy ass, just like we know, you know, that you did. And I'm not talking about guys who have to fight mandatories or guys who have to be forced into a fight or nothing like that, right? I'm talking about guys who go out and voluntarily pick guys who we know for a fact that they're going to beat. And also, when we know for a fact that there are better guys that they could have chose to fight before picking this guy. Those are the guys, you know what I mean, that I'm talking to. Those are the guys who I feel like are frustrating boxing fans, right? Because we had, like I was saying earlier, we had a lot of good fights last year, right? But you know why the boxing fan felt frustrated last year, even though we had all them good fights? That's a real question. 17 people in the building. Y'all smash that like button. I want real answers. Y'all know why the boxing fans felt so frustrated last year, even though we had all of those good fights? It's because we didn't have enough 50-50 fights. You know what I mean? We get so excited when we get a 50-50 fight. Shields Marshall, right? Just the suspense. It may not even actually be a 50-50 fight once the fight happened, but the suspense of the fight is what makes us excited for the fight. Some guys, sell because they sell, right? But other guys, they have to fight the best of the best, you know what I'm saying, to keep that credibility alive. And I need everybody. Utah Penn State just started. And I need more people in 2023 to take the fights, you know what I mean, that the fans want to see, and to take challenging fights. We get tired of seeing you going in there beating up on guys we know that you go smoke, beating up on guys that we know you go knock out again. I can't even do real fight breakdown predictions because when I do real quick, y'all watch this shit. Watch this. He's exactly these easy fights. It's just the reason why the pay-per-view guys are buying UFC pay-per-views instead, because they have 50-50 fight. Boxing promotions need to wake up. Yep. He said, I'd rather see Boots versus EJ, if not Bud, just because they'll shut up the Bud fans. Johnny Q, I would rather see, if I can't get Earl versus Bud, I would rather Earl Spence move up, and I would rather see Boots, see how Boots and Bud go handle that thing down there, to see if Bud go retire or to see if he go fight him. You know what I mean? But if I can't get Earl and Bud, I'd rather Earl Spence go on and move up. Entertainer Jamel. If Jamel move up too, then he down there with Fundora, Tony Harris, and Danny Garcia, and all those guys. You know what I mean? Damn, who lost? Damn, somebody lost. My bad. Let me put this down here. But he said, Johnny, you Bud fans so pussy. DJ lose, they gonna call for Bud to do it right. Just laugh at Spence Shake Mason. I feel you, T. I ain't mad either way. You know what I mean? I kind of just want to really, I really want us. I want us to move past, like kind of like Teddy said, right? I want us to move past all these fights that really ain't gonna happen. And I think Bud and Earl right now is one of them jumps that just ain't gonna happen. I think it's kind of toxic for the sport right now. And I'm just ready to move faster. But this is basically me, from my little old page, just issuing the challenge to these fighters, man. Like y'all picking these fights, right? And again, I would like to do a fight breakdown and prediction where my people don't already know who I'm about to pick before I start the video. Like, watch this. I'm about to do a survey in here real quick. I got 19 people in here, right? Y'all smash that like button if y'all ain't hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if y'all ain't subscribed, right? Just real quick, y'all. I can't even do fight breakdown predictions this week. Watch this. If I had it came on here, right? If I said Boots versus Chuckadesian, fight breakdown their prediction, who y'all think winning it? Who y'all think I'm gonna say winning that fight, Boots or Chuckadesian? Real quick. This ain't gonna take long. This survey shouldn't take long, right? I want to be able to do real fight breakdowns, boxes, right? I don't want to come here and we already know what's gonna be going on. Watch this: Boots versus Chuckadesian. Who y'all? If y'all saw that fight breakdown, would y'all even click on that fight breakdown? Because y'all already know who I'm about to pick, and I'm just using this card for example because this is where the idea came from this card. Me, wanting to do fight breakdowns and realizing, damn, everybody know who I'm about to pick. Boots is being Chuckadesian, right? If I came on here and I did a Tank Davis versus Hector Garcia breakdown, y'all already know who I'm about to pick in this fight. Y'all know who I'm about to pick in this fight. You know what I mean? And now, whether the person can beat him or not is one thing, because we could think somebody can lose and they can win. Or we could think somebody can win and they can lose. But the thing is, a lot of these fighters don't even be giving us a chance to think if they go win or lose. Like, and I'm just using them for example because it's the fight this weekend. We know Tank about to win. We know Jerron about to win, right? Now, Speedy got a decent little fight, but we pretty much know Speedy about to win. You know what I mean? Boots, he fighting my guy. You know what I mean? Desmond Nicholson, right? And if that were my guy, I'd probably be picking Demetrius Andrade. You get what I'm saying? So we going into these fights, we pretty much already know what's about to go down. And that ain't really fun for me as a boxing fan. Now, with me betting right, I'm gonna have some fun this weekend betting because it's a lot of fights where I feel like I already know the winner and the outcome, right? But that's not exciting for me as a boxing fan, right? It's I'm not excited, right? I'm excited because it's boxing, right? I'm excited about the card as a whole, right? But you know what I would have been more excited about if I could have got Boots versus Speedy Rashida Ellis. You know, I would have been more excited about if I could have got Boots versus Speedy Rashida Ellis, right? If I could have got Demetrius Andrade versus, I don't know, maybe a Jamal Charlo, right? Or Andrade versus, yeah, a guy like a Jamal Charlo, right? If I could have got Speedy Rashida Ellis versus, a guy like Stanonis or something like that, right? Just put them in there with guys who we kind of recognize and guys who we feel like, damn, at least it may be a slither of a chance you could come out of here. Like Tank versus, Michelle Rivera. Now, we could say, well, Tank a dog, Michelle Rivera, because look what Frank Martin did. Right, but we really didn't know that beforehand, right? And again, just because, we think it's a 50-50 fight don't mean it really is, but it's the thing of, the perception of it. Like, we don't like knowing the outcome of a fight before we watch it. Now, I will say this. I've noticed on here, some people really do enjoy knowing the outcome of a fight, right, before they watch it. Like, some people will know that their guy is about to scrub the ground with this guy, and they'll sit here and pretend as if they'll try to big up the guy's opponent, right, to save face for their favorite fighter fighting a tomato can or fighting a scrub. Like, just for example, right? Mean Machine, right? People tell you Mean Machine is Mean Machine. That Mean Machine has never won a big fight in his career. He's always, came up on the short end of the stick when it came to big fights. But yet, people will tell you Mean Machine is a killer. Mean Machine is a good person if you're a prospect. Mean Machine is a good fighter on the resume of Virgil Ortiz because Ortiz is a prospect. You get what I'm saying? We don't want to see Bud Crawford fight Mean Machines and David Avenesians because we already know the outcome to those fights. But some people are okay with that because some people do just enjoy seeing their favorite fighters make money. Some people do just enjoy seeing their favorite fighters win. Some of us enjoy the sport of boxing. Some of us enjoy the competitiveness of boxing, right? So we want to see good fights. We want to see our fighter involved in good fights, whether they may win or lose. A lot of us choose these fighters to be, our favorite fighters, right? Or we like these fighters simply because they take on the best fight. You know what I mean? Win, lose, or draw. And if they happen to win them, then that just increases it all. You get what I'm saying? But there really are fans out here. Yeah, in fact, Shaw like a gatekeeper. We tired of seeing them fight gatekeepers and journeymen and all that. But, the fans like myself, right? We want to see our fighters in competitive fights, right? I don't want to see, Jermell Charlo go out there and beat up, goddamn Nathaniel Gallimore, right? I don't want to see Jermell Charlo fight Nathaniel Gallimore and then me coming in here have to sell you why Nathaniel Gallimore is a good opponent and why he got the puncher's chance to maybe to be able to beat Jermell, because there'll be some bullshit. And y'all know it, and I know it, right? But it's easy for me to come in here, right, and sell you Jermell fighting a guy like, let me see, Brian Castano, right? Because Brian Castano is the real deal. You get what I'm saying? It's easy for me to come in here and sell you a fight like, Errol Spence versus Jordanis Ugas, right? Because Jordanis Ugas was the goddamn WBA champion. You get what I'm saying? It's easy for me to come in here, and sell you a fight like, Brandon Figueroa, right? Because Brandon Figueroa was also a champion who beat Luis Nery. You get what I'm saying? What's good, damn it, man? Shout out my goddamn it, man. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Kenny. Glad you can make it pimp if y'all could. Jab that thumbs up for your boy when you slide on in. 17 people in the building, 31 likes. Whether y'all gonna be here for a good time or a long time, if you could tap that thumbs up. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we cooking. Let YouTube know that we doing a good job. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing. We're in here talking about, how desperate boxing is for good fights, right? Boxing is so desperate for good fights. I'm in here trying to put Jermell Charlo versus Errol Spence. You get what I'm saying? That's how desperate boxing is for good fights, for great fights, not for good fights, right? Because we had a bunch of good fights, but it got tainted last year because it's like we didn't have enough great fights. You know what I mean? It's like the good fights fell into place, but the great fights didn't really fall into place. And I think that left a sour taste in a lot of boxing fans. They left a sour taste in a lot of boxing fans' mouth. You know what I mean? So, we asked for good fights last year, right? And we got good fights. This year, though, I want us to get some great fights, man. I want us to get some fights. I want us to get some real 50-50 fights where we really don't know the outcome, or we think that we don't know the outcome, right? We need more. We need more Michelle Rivera, Frank Martin type fights. You know what I mean? Now, Frank Martin ended up dominating that fight, but before going in, we didn't really know that. We wasn't really too sure, right? We need more fights that we really not too sure about. You know what I mean? I'm tired of waking up not being able to do fight breakdowns and predictions with my people because y'all already know who I'm going to pick before we even do the breakdown. He said, hey, YouTube, my bro T in here cooking again. Shout out my brother Just Dude. Appreciate you, man. If y'all could jab that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in. 19 people, 31 likes. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. You know what I mean? But I blame, hey, real quick. I know y'all don't think I'm playing real quick, but I ain't playing, y'all. Hey, can I get just one of y'all, real quick? I need just one of y'all. Y'all cash app your boy $1. I got the checkings in the savings, right? And it keeps from going in my other joint. I just need I need $1 on that joint. Can y'all hit your boy? Can y'all hit your boy one? Not even y'all. I just need one person. Just cash out your boy $1. Let me know when you do it too, by the way, so I can know, so I can tell y'all don't be sending me all these motherfucking dollars and shit, right? But can y'all hit your boy one time? Hold on, I did the wrong thing. But hell yeah. He did Plant versus Benavidez is another 50-50 fight. Yeah, facts, bro. That's a great fight. You see what I'm saying? We need more. Wait, where that thing get? Boom. Teddy, we need more of those. Teddy, we need more of those, right? Like boxing, and that's really where I'm coming from. Like, I could see, where boxing trying to go in 23, right? I could see where it's trying to go. That's one of the fights. Playing Benavidez, because I don't have Cash App on the PayPal. I mean, I got PayPal, but this shit too. Nah, it's cool. It's cool. Boxing, that's cool. I don't even feel like dealing with the PayPal, to you up, because I have to tell you my email. I have to get off here and all that good shit. It's cool. I'm straight. Appreciate that though. Boxing, it's all good. But what the fuck was I saying? Yeah, I'm getting tired of nah, nigga. No, I said Cash App K, not super sticker. This nigga said a super sticker. I ain't say refresh the super chat. I said in the Cash App. This nigga K refresh the super. This nigga K hit the super chat. Appreciate the Cash. How about nigga K with the super sticker in the super chat, man? He said, YouTube took 30 zit. It's good, shower. It's good, shower. It's good, shower. Teddy did it. Appreciate that, Teddy. No, stop, y'all. Stop sending me shit, y'all. Stop sending me shit. Don't see. Shout out my guy Jay Gibson. Shout out my guy Jay Gibson. Shout out my guy Teddy. Appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. He said, damn, thought I was on blue. He said, damn, thought I was on blue channel. I see. I see you did, Kate. Appreciate you. Let me put my nigga Kate jump back up there. But nah, though, y'all feel me though? Like, on some real shit, I really woke up this morning, right? I woke up this morning trying to do real like fight breakdowns, right? You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, I'm finna get up. I'm finna do some film study, right? And then now what I'm gonna do is I found some fights though, because Anthony Peterson and Lamont Peterson coming back, right? So I'm gonna find out. So I'm gonna find out who they fighting, right? And then I'm gonna do those fight breakdowns and predictions, because I'm pretty sure we gonna be unfamiliar with the guys that they're fighting, and they're coming back from their layoffs and shit. So those fights gonna be pretty interesting. So I'm intrigued, to do some film study on the new people. I'm intrigued to do some film study on the new people, right? And then, compare them to the Petersons, and then, make my assessments. If I'm not mistaken, Anthony Peterson, uh, Anthony Peterson, is at T. What's your PayPal? Uh, Hold on, give me a sec. Anthony Peterson, right? He just had a fight. I keep rolling. I can multitask. Anthony Peterson, he just had a fight, right? And he won. He won a unanimous decision. So his layoff ain't been quite as long as Big Brother Lamont. Y'all know Lamont Peterson, right? His layoff ain't been quite as long as Big Brother Lamont Peterson, right? So I'm expecting him to, look pretty sharp in heels. But I'm highly, highly intrigued about, Lamont coming back. I'm highly intrigued about Lamont coming back, because he been sitting out for a minute. I really thought Lamont was done. You know what I mean? As far as that shit go, I thought Lamont was done. But Lamont, and you really want to know what I think it is though? Because Tank Davis just having this goddamn DC card, right? Tank Davis having this DC card. Boxing MMA, let's do this. Boxing. Tell me yours. Tell me yours, boxing. And what you was gonna do, and I requested from you because I forgot my name. That's what we'll do, boxing. Okay, appreciate whoever that was in that cash. I appreciate it though. Y'all didn't have to do that though. Appreciate that though. But appreciate that though, for real. Y'all finna make your boy drop a tear in this thing. He said he was done. I don't know what the fuck this. Teddy said he was done. I don't know what the fuck this about. You know what I think it is, Teddy? I think it's because Tank putting his card on for Washington, right? And it's only right that it be a full. He got damn near a full Washington card. You know what I mean? He got like damn near a full watch. Appreciate you, A1 Hoops on, and what name is that? Who is that? Somebody else. I know A1, John. This she's shout out my girl Shower at A1. Okay, so this my okay. Shout out my girl Shower. Shout out my girl Shower in the cash out. Let me drop. Hold on, wait. Where y'all at? Let me do y'all right. Let me do y'all right. Shout out my girl Shower in the cash out. Appreciate you, Queen. We're A1. Shout out my guy A1. A1. I'm gonna put you in some shit today. Shout out my guy A1. Appreciate you, G. I like how your email is exactly what the hell your name is on her. So that should be pretty goddamn easy. Okay, uh J, Gray Market, Gray Market, Gray Market, bro. It's called Gray Market Boxing. Is it Gray Market? Gray Market. That's it. That's it, boxing. Gray market. That's the junk. I'm trying to make sure. Y'all do your boy. Hey, 17 people in the building. If y'all could do your boy. Now, like, are those the first two letters? I don't want to say your whole name. No, don't say your name. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, that's you. I got you. Yeah, okay, I got you, Brody. I got you. Check that junk. I ain't want to say your name, bro. You know what I was saying? Great market. Good morning. Good morning, Brody. Good morning. Good morning, G. Know what I was saying? Gary Market, good morning. Know what I was saying, G. Okay. Okay, hold on. Okay, I got you. Brody. I got you, Brody. Yeah, bro. I ain't want to, I ain't want to do that. I ain't want to put you out there like that, man. I ain't want to put you out there like that. Let me make sure I did this job right. What's good, True? Yeah, I was, Shaw. I most definitely was, Shaw. I most, I most definitely was, Shaw. I most definitely was, Shaw. I think that was you. I think that was you boxing. I think that was you boxing. But yeah, anyway, right? I digress. So I just I'm just to the point, bro. Yeah, I know. That's the right one. I got you. Yeah, that's you. I was just saying, good morning, Yep. Okay. Okay, bet. Okay, buddy, appreciate you. But I think I got you. I think that was you. I guess you about to know. You about to know better than me. Yeah, you about to know better than me. I think that was you. But I digress. I'm just right. So I'm just at the point. I'm at the point, right? I asked last year. I asked to get good fights, right? I asked for good fights last year. This year, I'm asking for great fights, man. I'm asking for great fights because boxing fans, man, we deserve it. We went through, and really, I'm just be real with you. It's really this Earl Spence and bullshit, man. This Earl Spence and bullshit. I seen this Earl Spence and bullshit divide more families, divide more people than goddamn gangbanging. And you know what it look like, and you know what fight I want to either what fights, right? I either want to go and get out the way, right? Or I just wish people get past the whole Devin Haney and Tank thing. You know what I mean? I'm kind of I could see Devin Haney and Tank becoming Earl Spence and Bud Crawford Jr., right? One of them things where it could get dragged out, right? It's gonna have me going left, gonna have you going right, gonna have him going up, gonna have her going down, right? Certain fights, certain fights could certain fights can only be built up so far. Like it's only so much building up of a fight you need to do. My guy Tay D just said something. My guy Tay D just said something that was hella interesting, right? He said Bud and Earl is big because of the backstory, right? Earl and Bud is now a situation that needs no more goddamn backstory, right? It ain't no more building up of the fight, right? It ain't no more building up of that fight that we really need to see. Shout out my guy Boxing MMA. Shout out my guy Tay D. Shout out my guy Boxing MMA. Shout out my guy Demi Man. Super chat. Shout out my guy A1 Hoop Zone. Shout out my girl Shawa Ali. Shout out all y'all good people. Y'all just got your boy. I asked for $1. Y'all send me at least 25 of them things. So I greatly action out. Y'all send me about 45 of them things, huh? Greatly appreciate y'all. Greatly appreciate all y'all great people. Shout out to all y'all great people giving me $44 more than what I needed. Y'all the real MVPs, and don't let anybody tell y'all no motherfucking different. You know what I mean? Shout out and extra shout out to Shower because I asked Shower to come through here. A little more often one day, and Shower been here ever since. I asked her to come through here. You know what I mean? But I greatly appreciate y'all folks sliding through this thing. But the year, I will say this, right? The year is starting off pretty goddamn good, right? Because I can't complain about the first card of the year because it is a star-studded card. Like somebody said in this earlier, I forgot exactly who it was, but somebody said it best. The card at the beginning of this year, this Tank Davis card, it was set. I think that was Teddy. It was set up, for the A-side fighters to shine, right? It was set up to entertain us, and I get it, right? It's the top of the year, right? You got to get something going. You got to put it on. You want to start the year with a bang. So let's put on the best possible card. Let's put on the highlight card, right? I'm expecting it to be a whole lot of knockouts on this card, right? I'm a betting man, right? So this weekend, I'm gonna be betting on Tank Davis by knockout. I'm gonna be betting on Speedy Rashidi Ellis by knockout. I'm gonna be betting on Jerome Boost Ennis by knockout. I'm gonna be betting on, and I'm gonna bet on Demetrius Boo Boo Andrade fight. You know what I mean? Probably to go the distance. You know what I mean, or something like that. But I'm expecting it to be a bunch of highlights on this card. I'm expecting it to be a highlight card. You know what I mean? I think this card, it's gonna be lit for the simple fact, right, of the names and the style matchups that they have. I think Boo Boo Andrade and Deadman Nicholson, one of those guys, is really getting knocked out, which is why I'm gonna bet the money on it to go the distance because I know that one of those guys is supposed to get knocked out. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a bomb burn like the whole card, and then you got Speedy Rashidi opening up the card against Villa. And don't get it twisted, Villa isn't the guy that you really need to take lightly. Now, of course, I'm expecting Speedy Rashidi Ellis to beat him, but I'm gonna save all my excitement for that card until Friday because I'm gonna talk about their whole fight card as a whole, right? Friday. I ain't gonna talk about it today. I'm gonna talk about it Friday as a whole. So I'm gonna kind of hold my thoughts on that. But Jerome Boost Ennis that's not Jerome. Speedy Rashidi Ellis is opening up that card, right? And he's fighting a fighter who likes to get knocked out. Speedy Rashidi Ellis is the guy who has power. Speedy Rashidi Ellis is the guy who has power, right? And he's fighting a guy who likes to get knockouts himself. So Speedy Rashidi Ellis has power, and he's fighting a guy who likes to get knockouts. He's fighting a guy who likes to brawl. So that's the style matchup of the opening fight is going to lean to a knockout. And then I think you got the Petersons, coming up after that. Now, I haven't seen the Petersons odds pop up just yet. You know what I mean? For their for their fights and shit. But Speedy, Boots, and Tank, I got those just already locked and loaded for a KO. So I'm expecting it to be a highlight card. I'm expecting it to be an exciting card, right? But as far as me picking a winner or a loser, I do already feel like the conclusion is foregone. But I really ain't. Tay, appreciate you sliding through this thing, Tay. Glad you can make it, baby. TWT in the building. Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Queen. Glad you can make it. When this thing just having a look, you know what I mean, boxing conversation. At first I was talking about, just in my mind, right in my head, where I've been noticing. I heard Jermell Charlo say that he could be at 154 his whole career. I didn't hear Earl Spence say multiple times and just recently that he wouldn't necessarily be against fighting Jermell Charlo, right? I'm so sick of this Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence thing, right? A fight that I don't think that we go get right. I'm so sick of talking about that. At this point, I'm just like, fuck it. Let's just get the battle for Texas. Let's just get the battle for Undisputed at 154. Jermell is a better fighter than Bud anyway. Earl and Jermell, I think, is a more competitive fight than Bud and Earl. I think it's a bigger fight, a more lucrative fight. So shit, man. If Bud feel like the whole world got to wait on him, right? He feel like he got the world in the palm of his hand. Earl Spence need him. Everybody need him and all that shit. He already in the Hall of Fame. He can retire and all that good shit. If you feel like that, my G, if you feel like that, my G, just don't fight Earl Spence, right? And I'm cool with that. And what I want Earl Spence to do is to have this one last fight at 147, whether it's going to be Keith Thurman or it's going to be Virgil Ortiz, Stanonis, whichever one of them three is going to be. Because at this point, I'm tired of, them telling us different things. I know he got to fight the Stanonis Virgil winner, and they trying to put Keith Thurman in front of him. What I don't know is if he's still on board for fighting Keith Thurman since, the car injury. You know what I mean? But I digress. I digress. Tay said, I agree. 22 is gone. No more Bud. Yeah, in fact, like no more, not even just no more Bud, like no more fantasy fights. Not even Bud. It ain't Bud that I want to get rid of, right? I'm pissed off at Bud for not giving us this particular fight, but Bud too, right? I do want, the way that he moving, right? It ain't necessarily him that I want to get rid of, but it's the people, it's the misleading of the people that I want to get rid of, right? That particular move that he made wasn't cool. Like, I want to eliminate that part. I want to eliminate people fighting David Avenesians, right? Pitching them to us as if we don't know the outcome of the fight, right? To a lesser degree, right? I woke up this morning trying to do fight breakdowns and prediction, right? I'm finna break down the fights for my people. And I was, okay, so who fight this weekend? Speedy, Boots, and Tank. And then I thought to myself for a second, well, damn, I pretty much already know the outcomes of them fight. So I ain't gonna be able to do no fight breakdown and prediction because everybody gonna know who I'm picking before the fight, you know what I mean, even start for the most part. So I was like, I can't do that. And then I really got to thinking to myself, I'm like, man, it almost ain't no more 50-50 fights, in boxing no more. We almost know before the fight start pretty much who go win that motherfucker and who go lose it. And I wanna eliminate that as much as possible this year. You know what I mean? I want to eliminate us already having I want to eliminate us already knowing, before the fight even start who go win the fight. Or you know what I mean? Like I don't want to have to. I'm tired of boxing selling us shit and selling us shit wrapped in sugar. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm tired of boxing selling us shit wrapped in sugar. And I'm not saying that this fight card is shit, right? This is what triggered my thoughts, but this fight card isn't what the thought process is based on, right? Y'all do your boy a favor, y'all smash that. Why the fuck my shit not up there? Y'all smash that like button for your boy. You just sliding on through. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about this particular fight card, but this fight card is cool. I understand this fight card, right? It's the first fight card of the year. You drumming up some interest. I feel like this is an entertainment card. I feel like I do know the winner of these fights already, right? But I do see high value in these fights. And the fights, January, February, those fights are kind of, I wouldn't necessarily say smaller fights, right? But those are like those are normally less profile fights going on, in the beginning of the year. I'm glad that we actually got a Tank Davis fight at the beginning of this year, right? Because we normally don't get, high profile fighters, especially we don't get multiple high profile fighters, on the same card that early, this early in the year. Is there more equal fights competition wise? Yeah, Shaw, you know what I mean? Like just leave more A1, I forgot that John. A1, ask Quee or Fizzle. They know that John. I forgot that John. My John already signed it to my phone. A1, ask Quee or Fizzle because I don't even want to lie to you. I don't know if you're still in the chat. A1, but yeah, ask one of them. My John already signed it to my phone, bro. I don't even want to lie to you, big dog. I don't even want to lie to you. But yeah, my bad. I digress. You said I saw you argue with the chick, the bud lover. Who? What you talking about, Destiny? Oh, that's my girl. Destiny, my girl. I can call Destiny right now. She come through this thing. And yeah, I argue with her all the time. Destiny ass enjoy arguing with me. Yeah, X5 A1. Talking about Destiny. Yeah, Destiny ass enjoy arguing with me, man. For real. She enjoys that, man. She enjoys that thing. Hey, but look though, I ain't gonna keep y'all in this thing too long because I want to watch the NBA games and everything. Y'all know how I like to do it. I'm getting ready to actually get into that right now. I just wanted to come here and have this boxing conversation with y'all real quick. This really was my challenge to box. This was my top of the year challenge to boxing, right? Give us, that man, I get it. We finna go. We about to chill A1 in a second, bro. We about to chill. We about to chill, bro. We about to get it. We about to chill. But this is basically like my New Year's, my New Year's wish video, right? I don't want good fights this year because we got a whole lot of good fights. I want to put the pressure on the elite fighters this year. I want to put pressure on every elite fighter. She about to kill me with it. I'm about to go back live as soon as I drop this junk there. I just want to have a little boxing conversation with y'all, man. I'm about to go live as soon as I drop this thing there. But I want to put the pressure. I ain't gonna say I want to, right? I'm putting the pressure on the elite fighters this year. You know what I mean? Not the good fighters, but the elite fighters. The elite fighters are the fighters that carry boxing, that carry the sport. Right? We've been knocking Canelo for years for not giving us the best fights, for giving us watered down fights, but yet we've been pampering our own fighters when they do the same thing. We see them playing little C's to move like big Canelos, not necessarily fighting the best competition, but fighting this guy who you may think be an easier touch, right? This year, I want to challenge all of our favorite fighters, all the elite fighters. I want to challenge you to challenge your fighter. You know what I mean? If your fighter is fighting fights where you already know the outcome, right? If you find yourself, right, and your favorite fighter, and he's fighting the fight, and you right off the bat say, oh man, he gonna smoke him. Oh man, he gonna knock him out. Oh man, we know who gonna win that fight. Then I believe that you're not challenging your fighter enough, right? Because that's not really what boxing is about. A guy shouldn't sign a fight and we automatically know the outcome of the fight. If you're following the fighter, if you're a favorite fighter or a fighter you like, if you find yourself already knowing too much, now it's certain circumstances where you kind of got to let that ride, like when he a prospect, but I'm talking about the elite fighters. You follow an elite fighter or a fighter that is considered elite, and you know the winner of his fights already before the fights happen, like there's no suspense to it at all. You know what I mean? It's a problem. And I'm at the point where I'm gonna be done calling guys elite fighters who not fighting, who not putting themselves in 50-50 fights. Now I get it, mandatories, and I get championship fights. You gotta fight whoever, right? You can't help those to be 50-50, right? But for the people who picking their fights, I'm putting the onus on them. Give boxing, the fights we want. And I'm not even making this challenge to Turnbull Crawford because I'm really through with him. I'm through with him as far as, the Earl Spence situation go. I'm really ready for them to separate so I can see exactly how the narratives are going to be swaying then. You know what I mean? But I bet you they still find a way to make Earl Spence look bad, even if they don't have, they'll find a way to make Earl Spence look bad, even if he's not tied to Turnbull Crawford, right? You know what I mean? But I digress. I ain't gonna keep y'all too long. Y'all make sure y'all come back through during the chill session. We about to have a chill session right now. The NBA game's about to start. I got parlays to make, shit like that, about to roll up. I'm drinking now. You know what I mean? About to roll up. Greatly appreciate everybody sliding through this thing, skin the heart away, Southern tea. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, just the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.